Talk NBA merchandise. Brandon Schneider, Senior Vice President Business Development, Warriors. I can't really tell. I can wear the Warriors. A new shirt every day, or just one for the entire playoffs that you wear for the entire playoffs?
So slight changes. We have different partners on the sleeve, and then for the finals we've added the signatures of all the players on the back of the shirt. But besides that, we want to stay consistent with our brand, with the strength in numbers, which has been our slogan, came from our coach Steve Kerr, so we've worn that every game for the playoffs.
Give me the elevator speech for the prolific increase in Warriors branding and merchandise. How do you measure it, and what are the measurements?
Well, for us, I mean, certainly there's revenue numbers you can point towards, and the business has grown about 10x over the last 2 years. But for us, it's the more important part is, you mentioned brand, is growing our brand. So we've become so popular with Steph Curry, with Draymond Green, with Klay Thompson, Andre Iguodala over the last few years that we want to make sure that we've got as much gear as possible available for our fans. So that's really been the goal. It's hard to keep this stuff in stock. Yeah. There's a 6-month lead time on ordering jerseys. So the big thing for us has been making sure that we have enough merchandise to fulfill the demand from our fans.
The Curry numbers are astronomical. I see 581% since last year, and 453 for jersey sales, and 453 for merchandise year over year. Could be different numbers. Is that about right?
No, that is right. Steph Curry is the #1 selling jersey in the NBA, certainly the most popular for us. So Curry's been great. And then one of the things for us is with the strength in numbers brand, we really play as a team. So Curry is the most popular jersey number-wise, but you can go on our website, Warriors.com, and buy any jersey for any player, any style, any size. We think that's been important to go in with that strength in numbers motif.
And the bottom line is the brand is just building. How do you take a brand? I know it's Joe Lacob, it's Peter Guber, but it's all the things that build up. How do you take the brand that played at the Cow Palace years ago that was a signal of basketball coming west, but for a while futility, and build it into this?
It's a good question. So you mentioned Joe Lacob, Peter Guber, and it starts with them. I mean, it starts with ownership. And then it goes down to Rick Welts, our president, Bob Myers, our general manager, Steve Kerr, our coach, and then our players. That's the product. And then for us on the business side, what we always talk about is trying to match the level of excellence that our players exhibit on the court, to do everything the right way, to create the best possible experience for our fans. And that's really what we focus on. We think, obviously the play on the court's the most important thing, but we want to make sure we do everything we can to create the best experience for our fans.
And the other issue about this too is it's a very competitive market. Joe and Peter are working toward a new $1 billion arena in downtown San Francisco. How does that impact your business, and how does it impact your brand?
It's nothing but great for our business and our brand. For us, we're the Bay Area's team. So even though we play in Oakland right now, we have fans in San Francisco and San Jose, all over the Bay Area. So we see that continuing. Obviously having the new facility, right? Oracle Arena is great experience for the fans. Yeah. Once you're in your seat, it's the oldest building in the NBA. So as we move to a state-of-the-art facility in downtown San Francisco, all we see is everything growing. I mean, across the board, everything will grow, and we'll continue to build both on the court and off.
For the international audience, how international is your brand? The Rockets were big in China when Tracy McGrady and Yao Ming, obviously, and on and on and on. How do you intend to make the Warriors a global brand?
Well, I think it's already started. If you look at our social media following, Facebook, we have a ton of followers in Philippines. You mentioned China, Australia, Brazil, with players from both those countries. So we think that there's a huge opportunity internationally, and a lot of it, again, starts with the players. Starts with Steph Curry and the team that builds that interest worldwide. You mentioned Yao Ming, who was big in China, but you've had players like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, and now Steph Curry that have kind of been the face of the NBA, which tends to create popularity internationally.
Brandon Schneider, Senior VP Business Development. What do the Warriors look like in 10 years?
Wow. If I could answer that question, I don't know if I'd be standing here right now.
No, you wouldn't, but give it the best shot.
You know what? But being in Silicon Valley where we are, I think that we owe it to our fans to be on the forefront from a technology standpoint. The new arena will obviously help from that standpoint. So I think you'll see things like virtual reality continue to grow. We want to continue to stay a step ahead as much as we can, so we continue to grow on the court and create the best experience for our fans off the court and internationally, as you mentioned.
Who's winning tonight?
Oh, that's a loaded question. It's going to be hard without Draymond Green, but at Oracle, with our great fans giving us that edge, I like our chances.
Well, we're showing this live, but then it's archived, so we'll know soon enough. Thank you very much, my friend.
Thanks, Frank.
Thanks.
Take care.